Welcome back. Today's deadline day under the Affordable Care Act for anyone wanting or needing to sign up for 2015 coverage. Individuals are required under the law to show they have health care coverage or pay a fine. But small businesses originally included in the mandate got an extension. Any businesses with fewer than 50 employees are currently not required to provide coverage to their employees. So join us now to explain what small businesses have to do and what they should do to be competitive in this marketplace is Joe Appelbaum, president of Potomac Companies. Joe, welcome. First, tell us, what is Potomac Companies?
Well, thanks for having me, Rebecca. Potomac Companies is an organization that helps employer groups control the future cost of health care.
Not an easy job to do.
No, not in small group, not in large group, not in individual coverage. It is difficult.
So the law has changed so many times since it passed. What is the current requirement? Who has to provide health care coverage? Who's off the hook for now?
Well, first of all, like you said, the mandate has employees or individuals requiring to have coverage. So today, Sunday, is the last day for open enrollment. And everyone in the country must have coverage.
There's a video going viral from BuzzFeed that President Obama did, what he does behind the closed doors when he's home at the White House. It's very funny, but it's him desperately trying to reach this younger audience, emphasizing they've got to get their health care coverage. What do small businesses need to know? Well,
small businesses are not required, if you're under 50 lives or for 50 employees, to have coverage.
And hopefully they're all alive.
Yes, we hope they're alive. But in terms of small businesses, they're not required to have insurance for their employees, but there's an unspoken rule. If you are an employer, you are trying to attract and retain employees. And there are much larger companies that are required to offer insurance now. And if you're a small employer, do you just disregard that? Because you're pulling from the same pool of employees, and they can go work there and get coverage.
So what's your advice?
My advice is to really look at what your business model is and make sure that you are offering coverage. It is affordable, more so than the law. And what they should be doing is looking at a paradigm shift. Shifting rather than not offering coverage or skirting the law, which is very possible. We can set up plans that skirt the law. But that's not what we should be doing, because the attrition rate or the turnover rate in this company is
forget
huge.
the morality. This
Right.
is not only hiring people, but you say retention. So what's the most affordable way for small businesses? Is there a more affordable option now that Obamacare is out there? Do they have better choices, or what do you advise them?
Well, there are changes. And so what the plans were 5 years ago are not available any longer. They have been changes. There needs to be a simplification. We've always had multiple plans available to us, and an employer group needs to simplify their offering and really think more than just knee-jerk reaction each year. Think 3 years in advance.
We've got to sum it up, but the most important piece of advice you could give a small business today with this deadline, should they call their employees and say, go ahead and sign up today without us, or should they look to the future and plan for next year?
Well, they should be offering them benefits, and they should be offering it because it's a pre-tax benefit for them, for the employee. So going to an exchange is not the answer for small business or for large business.
And just lastly, when are these, how long do you expect, given how many times the law has changed, you've been watching it closely, how long do you think small businesses will have before it's required?
You know something? You'd have to go down the street and ask.
I love it when someone says they don't know, because you know what? That is the answer.
Know.
John Boehner doesn't know. They've been trying to overturn it, and it's not happening.
And even if they do, there's going to be remnants left, and we're going to just have a different iteration of what we have today.
And one way or another, you have to rein in those health cares and find a way to offer benefits.
Yes.
Thanks so much for sharing your expertise with us.